As businesses strive to improve service delivery to customers, the critical issues are consistency in value creation. Understanding this, Netcore Solutions, a leading global marketing communications firm in partnership with Accent, hosted a forum on maximizing the marketing moment for brands in Nigeria. Giving the keynote, the Senior Vice President, Global Sales, Netcore Solutions, Abithab Bhaskar, in his presentation, gave insights into the digital trends in Nigeria.
Look at the digital trends in Nigeria. 192 million population over here. 77% of people have got mobile phones. Right? 100 million, 150 million people. That means what? If you remove the age-old category and remove the kids, which is up to 18-year-old, which is not their target audience, that means this 100% target audience is having mobile phones. Isn't that interesting? Right? What are we going to do about it? And this is where the revolution is happening. This is where the consumer and the brands can do wonders. Out of that, 15% of people are having smartphones. They can surf the web, they can do all kinds of engagement on the mobile phones. Look at 97 million. It's almost 51% of the population is having online connectivity. People are surfing the internet. 81% of the internet, the people who are using internet are on mobile.
He said Accretion Marketing was vital for brands in the country that seek to improve customer engagement.
What is happening? Everybody is focusing on new customer acquisition. Acquisition is the opposite word, the other side of the word. Accretion is engaging with your customer and making more relevant to them and increase the lifetime value of the customer, optimizing them, ensure that your customer engage with you continuously and give you much more business going forward for you. Are you all focusing more on your existing customer or you focus more on acquiring new customer? Most of you all has got an existing customer, right? What are we doing about it? Is that communication happening much more intelligent, relevant, personalized?
Mr. Bhaskar also shared the provisions from Netcore Solutions that can aid brands in driving their customer service.
If you look at all the banks, there are 5% of those customers, there is a personalized service having. There's a personal banker which is associated to it. He knows about the wealth which is having it. He will give the guidance in terms of how to increase the return and stuff like that. And that's where he's sticking. But the remaining 95% of the people, and the same is with the e-commerce industry also, by the way, and any sector which is there, B2C, you will not be able to give that personalized attention to everyone. You will only give it across to the premium customer. Our technology is for the remaining set of people, where you cannot physically address. The machine takes care of that one-on-one communication. The machine ensures that we understand the customer behavior, and make the communication much more relevant, and make sure that experience is much more better, and then we'll make sure that he engage with you and transact with you and give you that return what you're expecting from.
He speaks further on the event and why accretion marketing is essential for brands.
See, today what is happening is most of the brands, they are using channels. Email channel is there for communication, SMS channel is there for communication. I've met a couple of banks and e-commerce companies in Nigeria in the last 3-4 days, and all of them are communicating to the customer. So what is happening today is the tolerance level of the customer is, into a situation where there is a lot of information bombarding is happening. Just because the mobile penetration is high, the data charges are quite low, the data consumption is there. So customer is now consuming a lot of data on various channels, and all the brands are trying to reach out to them without knowing the customer. And that's what I have seen as a major challenge. So by putting a marketing automation platform, you can understand the customer behavior, and based on the customer behavior, you can communicate to them with the richer content, the right content which is required, and hence you will get the right kind of an ROI from the customer. That's where the experience comes. That's where the customer should feel that you know them, and customer is expecting one-on-one communication with them. Customer is expecting the brand to understand them, understand their need, and communicate to them based on their need. That's the need of an hour which is there, and that's where most of the companies are struggling. And this is where we see as a great opportunity. And we have already launched this product. There are a few customers already consuming these services, and we would want to make it much more richer and relevant for them. Most of the other brands have already given the heads up to just kickstart it. So we would want to make the customer experience much more richer by all these kind of activities what we have shown in the presentation.
And you talked about accretion marketing, and you mentioned some aspect of how it can be deployed. So how can Nigerian companies, in a nutshell, engage this even through the platforms provided by Netcore?
See, accretion marketing is, end of the day, all the brands, when it comes to an activity, they spend maximum time in terms of acquiring customer, and then tend to forget there is a customer who I had acquired it, I can really service them and get much more return from them. The benefit what you'll get from the existing customer is much more and much higher than the new customer. New customer, it is costly to acquire a customer. Immediate return may not be possible, but the customer which you have it, if you really do an upselling and cross-selling in a much better manner, you will get a faster return and a much higher return with a less cost. So that's something where the brand should focus really on.
In a highly competitive global business environment driven by technology, the quest to have a robust and sustainable customer base hinges on the ability for brands to fully optimize the opportunities in accretion marketing.